Okay, we are using compatible numbers. We're using compatible numbers to help us do division problems like this. This is the kind of problem that makes us cry. There are ways to do this to make it so you don't have to cry. Hold on for a second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, if Miss Price has 232 crayons left over at the end of the school year, and she'd like to send home some crayons with each of her 27 students, about how many crayons will each student get? It's a division problem, because that's what we're studying now. This is our division problem. 232 divided by 27. So, first thing we're going to do is estimate the number of students Miss Price has. And this should be a she. We have 27. The way we've been doing it in class is go high, go low, which is closer. 30. She has about 30 students. So here's the definition of a number of a compatible number. A compatible number is a number in the same number family. As another number, which makes it easier to do division. In other words, what we're doing is we are changing numbers to make math facts. That's all we're doing. That's the fancy definition for compatible numbers. We're changing the numbers we're given, those numbers, to make a math fact. It doesn't answer your question, but it gets you close so that you're not just guessing. So, we are thinking about numbers that are compatible with 30. I do not know my 30s tables, but I do know my 3's tables. So, I'm going to write them here. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times 8 is 24, 3 times 9 is 27. Perfect. If you couldn't do it as fast as I could, stop the video and fill in your answers. So here's my problem. I did the 3's tables. I need to know what's compatible with 30. That's a really easy fix. If I turn this to a 30, all I have to do is add a 0. 30 times 2 is not 6, it's 60. 30 times 3 is 90. 30 times 4 is not 12, it's 120. I'm multiplying every number by 10. So if I put zeros on all of these, instead of multiplying by 3, I multiply by 30, and I increase the value of all of these numbers by 10. This is really important because this will help me get close to what I'm dealing with. So here's my original number. 27 is dividing into 232. This is the number problem I'm thinking about. 232. Which of these is closest to 232? Miss Price has about 30 crayons. Oops, wrong one. 30 students, and she has 232 crayons. The closest option is 240. 240 divided by 30. Well, 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 240 divided by 30 is also 8. I have a 0 here, a 0 here. It's the same problem. Each student will get about 8 crayons. Now, when I do the real division, it might not be 8, it might be 7. But it's not going to be far off. It's going to be one number up or one number down. By doing the compatible numbers, I'm eliminating a lot of trauma. Let's try another one. Here's my second problem that I'm going to try to do. 309 divided by 52. You have it in your notes. 52 is close to 'Hopefully you've already written the number in the blank. Is 52 closer to 50 or 60? Those are my only two options because I have a 5 in the tens place. I'm rounding to the nearest whole number, or to the nearest 10. Sorry. I'm rounding to the nearest 10. It would be 50. So, hey look. I have my 5s table set here. Those are the easiest ones. 5, 10, 15. Stop the video, fill this in, and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, that's what I have. Now, because I'm not multiplying by 5, I'm actually multiplying by 50, I'm going to add a 0. I'm not multiplying by 5, I'm multiplying by 50. So, each of these numbers is multiplied by 10. Instead of 5, it's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450. I just did this, so I don't have to do that anymore. Circle the number that comes close to 390. It could be this one. It could be with this one. Which one do you think is closer? For estimation's sake, I'd say 400. And wait a second. It's not 390. It's 309. What am I thinking? 300 divided by 50. divided by 50. 6. My answer is going to be near 6. I'm glad I caught that. Because whenever I make a mistake, you come in and tell me. I love that. Okay, here's our next one. 155 divided by 38. All we're doing is finding compatible numbers. We're not doing the math today. 38 is close to 'Make it to the closest 10. It would be 40. So we'll think of our 4s tables. Stop the video, fill it in, and then come back to me. Okay, I have my 4s tables filled in, but I'm not multiplying by 4. I'm actually multiplying by 40. So I'm adding a 0 to make my math facts true. And 40 times 1 is 40. 40 times 2 is 80. 40 times 3 is 120. 40 times 4 is 160. 40 times 5 is 200. 40 times 6 is 240. 40 times 7 is 280. 40 times 8 is 320. 40 times 9 is 360. So, my problem is 155 divided by 38. I've already said that 38 is going to round to 40. Which of these is closest to 155? 160. 40 times 4 is 160. So 160 divided by 40 is going to be about 4. So, here's yours. Do this one the same way I've done these three. 19 is close to what? Make the multiples, find what this is closest to, and show me the work. Because tomorrow, we're actually dividing by 2 digits, and this skill will help you get close to where we're starting. Don't worry, you can do this. See you tomorrow.